Hello there. Do you remember at the beginning of the year, ladies and gentlemen, I was going through a Phantom Menace phase? I enjoyed that. There's more to collect, like the fan bar. But earlier this week, I was looking at these display stands. They're great, these. These are corner shelves. They go very nicely on the end of these other shelves. However, I was looking at this fish here. I love this. Oh, Gooba fish, or whatever he's called. And I saw this Qui Gon, and I did have plans for this Qui Gon. I think it's entirely possible to mount him or something, make it look like he's swimming, because that's quite a well-posed figure, that, but have him suspended somehow. I don't know if I'm going to use wires or what yet, but we'll figure that out later. But then I thought to myself, I need to get the Obi Wan, because there is an Obi Wan figure swimming, and also I have this Jar Jar here, which was gifted to me. I haven't opened that yet. So, I went on eBay, and I acquired this. And this is something I saw months ago now on eBay, and I missed the chance to buy one. And I thought, just get it now. It cost me £15, £14.99 or something like that. That was on an offer. It was listed at £24.99. It seems almost new. It might have been repacked somehow. We don't know. It looks quite minty to me. The seller, I can't remember what the seller said now. This is obviously fictional, this piece. There was never a Gungan Scout Sub in the movie. This is just creative license from Hasbro to make toys, isn't it? There obviously was a submarine in the Phantom Menace, which I've always said would have made an amazing vehicle. It's crazy, albeit surprising, that they never made that toy. Could you get it in the action fleet? I think I've seen it somewhere. But obviously this toy does exist. But I've obviously bought it, not just for that. That'll be interesting to have a look at that. But I want to have this figure of Obi-Wan. You know, given the name of this channel, I should always add to the Obi Wan collection. And then I'm going to see what I can do to fix the diorama. So I don't know if this is going to be a two-part video or not, because I've got other stuff to open as well. I've got this Jar Jar here, and also these are all relative for the underwater activity on Naboo. I'm laughing because I'm just looking at the flippers there. Look at that. When does anybody wear them in the movie? But that's quite good to see. Is it a gooba fish? Oh, gooba fish! I don't know what that is. But, yeah, and I think I'm going to have all three of them swimming together, just like they did in the movie. Obviously, there's no harpoon involved. But I like that. Look at that. He's got the lightsaber on his belt as well. I just think it'd look really good, all three of them together. It's a great scene, that. So, without any further ado, let's get this open. Features here. Look at that, you see. Get him underneath it. Wow, that vehicle, I'll do something with it. I do like Nubian craftsmanship, you know, the Gungan. The Gungan city is nice to look at, man, and very organic look to their architecture. And as you can see there, it's kind of evident that this is, obviously, it might have been removed, but it is kind of mint. Never been removed. Figures of that side there. Let's have a look at it in the packaging there. I do like that. It's like a mini version of the sub. So that's pretty cool. I'll do something with that. And there is the Obi-Wan, but look at him. He really does look like he's got wet hair. How about that? Now, the thing I liked about Ewan McGregor swimming in that movie, when I went to see it in the cinema, I'll never forget this. In 1999, I was with my sister. There's a scene in Trainspotting where he's swimming. He goes into the toilet. You know that scene? And then he's swimming and he grabs the tablets. It's pretty minging, actually, to be honest. The worst toilet in Edinburgh, or whatever they say. Anyway, let's get him open and loose. In case I didn't show you. Compact one being transport the Scout Sub's organic design is typical of the Gungans. Just have a look at the text on the back in case I haven't shown you. Gungan Scout Sub with Obi Wan Kenobi. God, there were so many figures out back then. I've got both of these. It's nice to get this third item. That's on the shelf. That's also fictional in a way. There were tanks, but not that small. Right. And there he is. I just like the design of his hair. Kind of floppy and goes forward like he's been swimming. Is swimming or just got out of the water. In fact, there's a scene where he pops his head up out of the water. It's not used. It's like an outtake or something. There you go. And I love the respirator thing as well. It's pretty cool. And that's aged quite well. It's not yellowed or anything, that figure. Good. And here's the sub, which is quite interesting to look at. Maybe something you can put in the background somewhere. Look at that, looks like a living creature, doesn't it? With the tail, very reminiscent of the actual bongo, or whatever they were called. I think they were called bongos in the film, and that's obviously where Obi Wan goes on the base of that. I bought this because I wanted to have the figure of Obi Wan, but I think you have him on like that, but I will not be displaying him like that. But that must have given kids a lot of fun back in the day, you know what I mean? That would have been a great toy to have, I assume. I will do something with that. There's no question there. But now, what we have is an Obi Wan swimming. How am I going to have him like that or something? Like the Qui Gon looks quite good. Maybe have one hand so it's like doing a stroke like that. That'd be alright. Well, that way. So it counters Qui Gon. And then the plan is to have Jar Jar in front of them. So now we're going to get this Jar Jar open. That'd be pretty cool. And inside this, as you can see, this used to cost a lot of money, apparently. Jar Jar Naboo swamp with fish. Doesn't say which fish, but we'd assume it's a gooba. Whatever they are, gooba fish. And then on the back, this classic stuff here. And then there's a blurb there. Feel free to pause that. Have a read of it. I just want to capture on my shelves that swimming sequence, which would be quite nice. Have them suspended somehow. And this is the underwater accessories pack. Should we do it, ladies and gentlemen? Should we do a booyah? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Come on, then. Booyah! Come on, man. Let's do it right, huh? And that is him open officially, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, look at him. I love the face of Jar Jar Binks. When he's not looking goofy, he's quite serious when he was swimming, wasn't he? Because he's amphibious or whatever. Here was the fit. Let's get him untangled. Hang on. Yeah, I do like that. So we've got one fish. I might try and mount him into the display as well. Interesting. Jar Jar. Out he goes. And yeah, he's got... Look at that pivot there. That's like a ball joint, that. It's got a swivel and a hinge, so that is a ball joint. Am I right? Am I right? Does it swivel? No, it doesn't. Sorry, my bad. It's just a hinge. I thought it would rotate, but well, it might do. No, it doesn't. I don't want to be forcing that. So he has that swimming look as well. That's going to be great, man. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to have that hand forward. Swimming like... Wow, look at him. Look at that. Ooh, I'm just getting a... That's it. Wow, that's almost got... It doesn't smell like an 80s figure, but it's got a petroleum smell. It's obviously got a little bit of residue on it. It's a tiny bit. It's gone now, probably, but sometimes plastic does that over time. But it smelled very petroleum-y, like the old Kenner. But maybe it inherited some of the plastics from back then. I don't know, but look at that. I do like the way he looks. That's fantastic. And that's all you get with that figure. So I've got 3 figures now swimming. And I don't... looks like he's riding him. Hang on a minute. What's going on there? And then him as well. I don't know. I'm going to now get creative and figure out. Let me just show you what else this figure does. Oh, look at that hinge. Look at that. He faces right down. Look at that. Wow. So there's a big hinge there, which means he can look up like that. So he's like swimming or whatever. That's really good. The body of him looks really good, kind of reminiscent of the TVC one. I don't know if it's just because of the fact that, I don't know, just did. Except that had a soft poncho, that one. Yeah, I'm liking that. Another look at the face, ladies and gentlemen. I do like his face, Jar Jar. Maybe if he spoke less, he'd be less annoying. No, I didn't really have a big issue with him. I know people do not like a Jar Jar, but I've never been one of those people who've out and out hated him. Steady. Steady. He's alright, ain't he? God bless him. Right, let's get this diorama set up. And this is where we're up to, ladies and gentlemen. Just thought I'd show you that Anakin coming off the top of that Zam Wessel speeder. So there you go. But gravity might take over here. I've only got them in place with blue tack for now. But I quite like it. I might figure out a way of having them permanently and securely suspended. But there is Jar Jar there swimming, leading. You've got the goober fish following. I know that didn't happen in the film, but it's just a diorama, man, showcasing these figures. That's the worst, Obi Wan, because you could see the blue tack holding him in place. But that was the first one I put up, the Qui Gon. But he's heavier, and he did fall down just a second ago. But I put a bit more blue tack on. I put him back into position, so maybe I could get the Obi Wan following him or something. But still, I'm going to fix that in a minute. I haven't finished yet. I think I'm now going to open the other set. We'll have a look at the scuba stuff, and then get that fish out and have it join in all these. So you got the underwater accessory set with bubbling backpack and a lightsaber. How about that? Cool, man. I've seen that lightsaber before in a job lot I bought. Loads of loose figures and vehicles and stuff like that over a year ago. Might have it somewhere. Oh yes, I do. It's down here. I'm actually using it on a General Grievous figure. Huh. How about that? Boo! Oh my god. Boo yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, we got there in the end. Whew. Right. God, that was tough, man. Oh god, it's all falling apart, man. Look at this. So we've got an unlit lightsaber there. That's short. Oh, it's the same, is it? It looks thinner and smaller, not as thick as the one that's lit. Breathing apparatus. 2 flippers, which is ridiculous, really. Nobody used them in the film. This I've seen before as well in a job lot. God, it's funny that, isn't it, really? The same job lot that I got a load of accessories and figures had these. Don't quite know what I'm going to do with them. Put them somewhere. The goober fish. Oh, goober fish. Looks dead, doesn't he, with the starry eyes? And then... Whoa! There goes Qui Gon. Oh no, it was Jar. Did you hear that noise? He just fell off the diorama. There he is. I like that figure. That's great. It's funny that we got a stand with it, but there's no peg holes. That's ridiculous. This here came with the Jar Jar I've just opened, but I think it's more for the contact. But really, they should have given him peg holes. But not to worry. I suppose General Grievous. Speaking of General Grievous, never got peg holes in the TVC, so. Yeah, another failure from Hasbro. Now, this is the bubbler. Oh, I see. It's got like a little pump thing. I might take this in the bath with me, ladies and gentlemen, and see what it does. But really, that's all. I'm not going to go into too much detail with this set here. You've had a look at all this. I'm more interested in this fish and then adding it to the diorama, and then we'll take it from there. And in the interest of being thorough, here's just a close-up look at the accessories that you get. See that? See, that's got a peg hole thing on it as well. I'm not putting that on Obi Wan Kenobi or Qui Gon. It's ridiculous. But it's quite interesting. Maybe there's another way in the future or a figure I can use that with. Yes, and that really is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see where we go with this, but I quite like the idea. There's that fish. I've just tucked him in the corner. There's the Obi Wan with that blatant wad of blue tack behind him. I'll have to sort that out, and then we've got Qui-Gon's up there. I've tried to put his arm so he's in kind of like a forward stroke position, but there you go. There they are, sort of suspended in the air above the whatever he is. God damn, what a mean looking fish he is. And there is Jar Jar Binks leading the swim. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.